We made it back. You want something? You got something to drink?
Want a joint?
I'm good.
All right, since I'm hosting again, let me start off. If y'all don't need anything else to drink, y'all good to go. Just by way of review, since our last meeting, and I understand you and Ricky had a conversation on the phone, so he did tell me y'all had a little bit about that conversation. We had took our detectives and said, put together a PowerPoint. I want to see everything. Let me and Ricky see everything, and they did. We probably spent an hour and a half, item by item.
Detective is everybody, and basically everybody CID, huh? It's close to.
Yeah, close to all my commanders, and Rivelinski did it. He was a case officer, and I said, okay. Seen the videos, because you asked me if I seen the videos. To bring the videos, I want to see the videos of the trooper when they stopped you. So we seen everything. Then Rick and I decided, okay, you know what? We send it to a grand jury twice. If we want to try to do what you call it, affidavit
Affidavit of arrest.
Arrest warrant. We put it together and sent it to a judge. And the judge looked at it. Now you have to be totally honest with the judge. You put in what you know, and you put in that it's been to a grand jury twice. Because you don't lie to a judge and not tell him that. So you can smirk if you want to, but now you've got two grand juries and a judge rejects it fairly quick. Just on he said, she said, and I don't know where to go after this. Well, I can tell you there's no way to go after this on an investigative criminal complaint.
Well,
on my end, that.
Wow. Can we start by seeing the affidavit? What was on it?
You can ask the judge for it. I don't know if I can give it away or maybe you can. Ricky, I don't know the legal aspect on that. I don't know if we give those things out or not.
I mean, just
If
read
I
it
give
right
it to
here.
you while the case is still pending, I'm violating we violated a couple dozen rules. If what I was going to ask you guys, are you pursuing this civilly? I'm not putting this file away. I'm just telling you what I got today. Mm-hmm. If y'all find something and if something else develops, then I would be glad to reconsider it and go forward. So, do you want to risk that?
What judge was it?
That's another question.
Yeah.
Judge Martin. That didn't come from here. Please don't put him on the internet and dog him. He could be the ultimate judge in this thing one day.
It's up to y'all, though.
I can't tell you what to put on anything.
It's up
I'm
to
not
y'all.
saying. I'm just letting you know. That's
Why
usually
can't they have a
bad
copy
idea.
of the affidavit and look at it?
I will say,
Yes.
I have gotten with Karen Schwala. I have also gotten with my attorney. We hired an attorney.
Good.
She will be coming after this case. She will be subpoenaing it,
Good.
all of it.
I think you won't be satisfied until it's played out in the media, and that's okay, because that's okay.
But
Believe me.
not only is he going in the media,
Everybody.
No, that's okay. We will play this out in the media because I'm gonna tell you it's gonna be bad. Not in some ways and good in some other ways. Because once we get put out into the media, we get to put out information that we have to get put out. Because it may all work itself out in a wash there, and we'll see where it goes. Because look, we will put everything we got on two grand juries and a judge.
I'm still like baffled. But I've had conversations with Leslie, and I know when you fix and tell me she's a disgruntled ex-wife, but she's not disgruntled. She got everything she wanted. All right, she got sole
Why would I
custody.
tell you that?
He's gonna tell me that because he did it last time.
Oh.
She's got sole custody of her kids. She wanted out of the marriage anyway. I mean, but she has talked to him about some things, and he said some things, and she has
why can't
emailed.
y'all re-interview him?
And she's emailed your detective
Why?
for 2 or 3, 4 times and never gotten a response. And she
also
compiles the
emailed
email with all of y'all where
3-year-old.
you're the only one that responded. I mean, I don't understand why it had to take it to that before we got a response. You know?
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it happened.
I'm not agreeing with you or disagreeing. Maybe I'm not understanding you. She sent me an email.
She sent you.
I don't respond to emails on people that are not. I respond to her emails. I call you back. When you send me something, I talk to you. I don't know what team Leslie's on.
Mm-hmm.
I know what she said.
Right.
That would be like.
All right, I see it that way. I look at it that way.
And my response was, if you see, my response was pretty benign. Like, I received your email,
Yeah.
read it.
I just I didn't look at it from that
What
point.
if Cody Lambert's grandma calls? I don't know if he's got a grandma. What if somebody else calls? Wants to know status of it? I don't respond to that.
So,
I can't. You know what I'm saying?
I
I just
understand.
don't
I didn't
want
look
to
at it
get.
from that point.
If I do,
You open yourself up. I get it.
What I don't understand is how the detective says there's probable cause. You have said there was probable cause to send it to the DA. You agreed that there was probable cause to send it to the grand jury, right? And you said it twice, still agreeing that the probable cause is there,
Where'd it go?
right? Where did it go? That this judge don't see all of
it
that,
didn't go anywhere. It's just that
but it's there.
facts are facts. The facts are
What
there.
if-
I thought the facts, and I still do. I think the facts are probable cause.
Okay,
I still do. I haven't changed my mind.
okay.
But
Send it to another judge. Let him look at it.
You see, but at what point do you say, what's the term, malicious prosecution? 2 grand juries and a judge.
What
You're
about
lucky to get
abuse of
1 grand
power?
jury.
The whole case wasn't presented at the grand
You
jury.
say, so you go to,
How
okay,
you
then
present
you
a whole
ever heard
case
the
in
term,
35 minutes?
judge shopping?
You cannot.
Yeah, I get you, I see your frustration, but you just
You
can't do it.
can, and I know there have been times, you can reword that affidavit stronger, strengthen it, and you can have another judge look at that.
I think our biggest boo-hoo on the whole affidavit is the 2 grand juries. That's the biggest.
Does that judge
Yeah,
know
because
about
the
those
juror
2
members did
questions?
not get the whole case presented to them.
Can we have a meeting with the judge and the detective?
I'm done having meetings. I just think we have, I was the one that invited you in the first time, the second time, and I said, when I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna get that review of that case, and I'm gonna look at that case from the back. Ricky did the same thing, and we sent it to a judge, and I'm like, okay, this thing, if this is gonna progress any further, it's not gonna progress any further with me saying, okay, now let's have a judge in here, and then let's have somebody else in here, and let's talk to why another judge can't do it. I just think,
Judge won't
and,
be-
and yeah, the judge won't do it, first of all. He's not gonna do it because he's not gonna.
Judge won't
Look at
do
this nasty
I know
thing
that,
intangible
but
Hope Parish with
that's
this judge
them
and this
asking.
rapist
But
in this
this is
child.
not right.
Well,
Ma'am.
That's not right.
Just don't agree that this is right.
okay, I
All,
get
why,
it.
why? The ADA keeps telling them over and over, all the PC is there, all the PC is there. Well, where did it go?
I'm about to go there.
I don't understand.
I'm about to go there.
I don't get it.
About to go where?
Let's go.
Talk to her.
Let's go.
No,
Yeah,
we're about
just
to go,
Just be calm and talk. They're taking their time.
and I
Talk.
appreciate that.
Let's.
But
it
we
goes
also
both
know some
ways.
other things. I'm about to take it to the political side.
I still think it's that political thing. Chance.
Every person we have talked to has said, no doubt this case is political. You're best friends with Rick Dempsey. You're friends with Dempsey.
You sat here and told
My
me.
friends with them.
Maybe not best friends,
You
but
sat here and told me you weren't friends with Dempsey. You fixed 2 tickets for me that I gave to Dempsey, and he gave them to you.
And
you told me
not
that
only
you
that,
didn't
his
even really
wife.
know.
I don't. You know how many tickets? I get tickets from the governor's office. You think I know the governor? I get tickets from
Yeah.
FBI agents,
That's
U.S.
how I have
Attorney. I
it.
get tickets from
Because
everywhere.
just think about this, because you can go
I
there,
don't.
and that's okay to go there. It's okay. to
What's
do that.
Dempsey's last name?
I know play stupid.
No, I mean, I'm
Well,
asking
he
you.
knows what it is.
What is Dempsey's last name?
Lambert.
Who ran against me?
I have no idea.
Louis Lambert.
His brother,
You think we're pals?
not his brother.
Piles enough in to pinch your money. You
And-
know,
and- I'll just mention this to you. If Dixie Lambert was all that, you'd have got 1 grand jury, maybe. Think about this. If he was all that, 1 grand jury, not 2, which he's never done before, and not 2 and a judge. That's despite Dempsey Lambert. Which is okay. How do you even square that?
your Detective Vance, while Bo was giving his interview, his statements, do you know how many times he interrupted Bo, turned that recorder off, and said, I am so glad you're talking about Dempsey Lambert. I am so glad you're bringing the political side out on this.
What does that
He
mean?
agrees it's political.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
I have no idea what that means.
He could turn that recorder off, he would talk about that to him, and then he would turn it back on. But never would he say it on recorder. Why? Obviously we know why.
I don't know why.
I haven't.
Yeah. You know, people will think what they want to think, and like I said, y'all putting so much credit in a district, whatever number council member, and so try to square this: a councilman, and he gets 2 grand juries against his son and a judge review. If there was any political motivation in this, you might have got 1 grand jury, maybe.
Yeah, but The first grand jury lasted how long?
Not long at all.
The second one, they were there 35 minutes. No one can answer the question for me. How long does it take to present a whole case to the grand jury? I know it sometimes takes 2 or 3 days.
But you don't present a whole case.
What?
I can't talk about this specific grand jury because I can't talk about what's in a grand jury because I'll go
I
to jail.
understand that.
But I can tell you how it works. Sometimes we can brief a grand jury ahead of time. And if we brief them ahead of time, they kind of know what's coming. If they know what's coming, generally speaking, in most cases, I don't put a victim on the witness stand in a grand jury. I'm talking here in general. I don't want to say any specific case. The reason I don't do that is a couple of reasons. Number one, it exposes that victim to testifying more than once. And I can get you to tell me a story of what it looks like outside. You can do it 3 times and there's going to be inconsistencies in it.
You
And those
explained all that to us in the prior meeting.
so I don't do it. Usually a grand jury is, I gotta be careful because I want to say what happened here. 99.9% of the grand juries that we take a grand jury with the detective, the lead detective that knows everything. And he takes the testimony. And that detective tells the story from stem to stern. Got the call on this day, got the call on that day, this is what happened. They tell that story. And that's usually,
And if that detective was the same one that's saying, "Oh, I'm so glad you're bringing out this political stuff," that he would have gave, you would have to expect that he gave that testimony. Like, there's no doubt this person is guilty of, right? Because he's
And
obviously
that's-
leaning on your side, right? If he's saying, "Let me stop the deal." I'm so
Yeah,
glad
but they're
you
getting
bring-
no help. It's not help.
this is public.
No, it happened. It happened in the dude's vault. That ain't right.
I can show you this. This is public record. We're not breaking any rules.
The case is not closed. It's still open, right?
I'm not ever closing a rape case. I don't ever close a murder case.
Okay,
We
so
got what?
When other people,
5, 6 unsolved from not of recent. We're gonna get them. We never close.
hey, so like they saying Leslie wants to speak to y'all and tell y'all, do y'all have
Which
y'all
she
listen to her?
knows, which
Leslie's never contacted me, and she came see me the other
About
day.
to say, what?
For the
She
email.
came, but on it.
Can I
I wish we
come
got the
step over
email
there
and I
show you?
responded, and she showed up here to see me one day, this week, and her and her mom, we had a conversation like we having a conversation.
We present these to the grand jury after they hear testimony.
Well,
And this is just one couple of the charges. We had everything that we thought could or possibly fit. No true bill, true bill. We give it to them, and we give them the stack, like all the lesser includeds, and we break them up. It's our discretion how we break them up because sometimes the facts might fit this law or they fit that law. I even have one here for 3rd-degree rape, which used to be called simple rape when I was in law school. That's basically if you have sex with somebody, they consent, but they were drunk and unable to consent. Kind of like the,
She never
Kinda like
consented.
I've never
Never
considered.
consented.
I'm just, I'm not saying she did. I'm just trying to explain the legal standard. The legal standard is that somebody can be too intoxicated or drugged to give consent. I'm getting dangerously close to saying what's in a grand jury. But just put it to you this way, that was a viable claim.
What was?
Claim simple rape.
Yeah, it's 3rd-degree.
They're having
Also-
sex with somebody who's too intoxicated.
Right, it's wrong.
Somebody's drunk or high. Not high, that's not the standard. It's too high or too drunk to provide consent.
Right, and he just should never have done that to her because she was drunk and she admitted she drank too much and she passed out.
It's
She
also
went to bed with her
premeditated. He
kids.
fed me beer after beer after beer after beer.
He fed you beer after beer after beer.
He brought out beer after beer after beer, and I was pouring them out. And Kara Spencer's girlfriend was sitting right there, and she seen me pouring them out, drinking a little bit,
I
pouring
don't
them
think you were that drunk. When did you finally take the blood to work?
out. A few hours after.
Yeah, by the time we got
Yes.
the blood results, it was minimal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Still don't give him the right to do that to her.
Oh, ma'am, I'm not.
Come
I'm
on,
not
Tara.
I'm not
I said
arguing
it
that.
gives him the right to do anything. I'm just bringing up a
Right,
fact when we're
right,
talking
I know,
about
I
something.
understand
okay?
that.
It's not like, I'm just saying when I seen the blood results, you was not
Yeah.
like
Because it was hours later.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just.
There's some good things. I mean, there were some things in our powwow that I thought was it kind of cuts both ways. But when you was talking to the state trooper, it was all on dash cam. When you was talking to the state trooper, you were pretty. You weren't drunk. You were coherent. You were talking to that officer. That's good from the standpoint.
Adrenaline. I had to.
It was good from the standpoint of you were able to tell you weren't completely hysterical. But you weren't falling down drunk. On the other hand, that was closer in time to the blood test results. So it kind of goes along with.
I had him stop the video because you apparently had just left the house before you got stopped. You had talked. I think you talked to your aunt.
Why did I get stopped?
Yeah, because we
Suspected DWI.
Yeah, but we also were crying, and you also.
We saw some on tape. You were swerving.
But you swerved, and so you got stopped, right? But I also seen you speak well enough to you. It was very clearly I could understand what you were talking about and the story you were giving the trooper. I'm not saying we're saying that's a good thing. You also dropped something, and you dropped something.
I also had to act normal as possible because my kids were in that vehicle
point
crying.
I'm just making is you did well
think they
as far as
dropped
talking
a
to the
toy
truth
or
and being
something.
very coherent. You were not.
Or a
You were
sticker.
not. You were not drunk like I would think somebody would be drunk.
All I'm saying is we thought
And I'm
you
not
were
saying that's a
going to
good thing
be
or a bad thing. I'm just saying that you
drunker
did
when you
well.
were pulled over. Because when you see the car make the obvious swerving moves, obvious. I mean, a rookie Mayberry USA police officer would pull that one over. You were that obvious when you pulled over and you stopped. You were, I guess, remarkably
very
sober.
emotional.
Great distress.
Yeah.
And like you said, adrenaline is a big
your
shot,
aunt was
you know.
there for a while. When she showed up too, she was on the
Adrenaline
video
is
for a while.
a hell of an upper.
Yep.
It boosts you.
And no, still don't give him the right to rape her.
Did you retain an attorney?
Or what?
Did you hire an attorney?
Yes.
Good. Can that person? You was telling that Leslie came by.
Yeah, and she said she talked a lot to you. Y'all have been communicating, and so it was a cold call. Didn't schedule a meeting with me. It was like one of those days when I was here. So her and her mom came, and what actually they wanted to know more about was it resembled the same items of our first meeting. She said, yeah, but you know what I'm talking about. The things I'm hearing is about that grand jury. They didn't have 12 people, and I said, listen, okay, we met about that. And so, she wasn't prepped to go to the grand jury. I said, well, she don't feel that she was, but I will tell you, 2 grand juries, one with her, one without her. And then I did tell her that a judge was going to review the case. I didn't tell her a judge had already reviewed the case. I told her a judge would review the case because we had reviewed it ourselves. And but at no point did her and her mom said, I need to meet with your detective because I got some shit to tell them. Because I would have done it right then and there. Now she could come back and say that, but she didn't know. She didn't say that she was. Matter of fact, I'm not saying she's waffling. She says the person I've talked to the most throughout this whole thing is Bo, because Bo's kind of been telling me what's going on and where we've been meeting, and these are some of the concerns that he has, and it's the same damn concerns I have about the grand jury, about not being prepped, about the procedures of it, and she has worried about her kid, and now she knows she's got to get visitation rights, and she's worried about that. But so,
Can I ask you a question? Last time we talked, you spoke of some text communications between you and Leslie, and I asked you to send them to me, and you did. A couple of hours, I had them on my email or phone, however you sent them. There was nothing in there about facts. It was basically talking about politics. Is there something else in there that I missed? Is there something about facts? What happened? What he told her?
Those
what I'm particularly
texts-
interested in is what her husband told her.
that
Hang
was all
on.
word of mouth.
Those texts that I sent you, I'd read those to you in here, and then you asked me to send them, so I did. You called, we were at Cracker Barrel, and then we left.
Well, I didn't know how many people.
The-
I'm not saying I didn't want
And then
them. I'm not-
after,
I know.
hang
I
on,
just didn't know.
after that meeting is when she called, and actually have it recorded.
She called and she talked about it. She talked about, you know, she asked Kobe why it took you 2 hours to come up with your story.
And he said I had to get my story
I had to
straight.
get my story straight. But you need to get your story straight. If you had consensual sex, you had consensual sex. I mean, if you didn't, you got to sit there and get your story.
Then he tells her, "Oh, well, I'm going to take a plea deal."
Let
And
him finish. He's going to get
So that conversation ended. You know, this is weeks after. Then, so she's talking to him one day, and he says, "Well, you know, I'm just going to take the plea deal." And she's like, "What you mean a plea deal?" "I'm going to take a plea deal."
guilty,
Kobe,
conscience.
you wouldn't charge me anything. "Yeah, but I'm going to be, and I'm just going to take a plea deal." She says, "Well, you know that means jail time."
That's why I want y'all to re-interview him.
And he says to her, "My dad's connections and who my dad is,
They're not
gonna
going to let me
do
go
any
to jail.
I'm not going to do any jail time."
You'll have to see where the anger's coming from.
But you don't understand. The crime that we're building for has got jail time.
Oh, I know that.
I know that.
I know
know
that.
that. That's
It's
just him
got
saying that.
minimum
I know
jail
that.
time.
I know all that.
We
but I
know
mean,
that.
that.
It's the fact of
Ricky,
what
it's the-
Kobe is saying.
If you didn't do anything,
Why are you taking a plea deal?
why are you incriminating yourself? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
That's the whole ordeal to me. If you didn't do nothing, that just tells me, I already know he's guilty. Me and Kobe been friends for 14 years. If I had consensual sex with somebody, and then they was trying to charge me with rape, and I knew the people, I would be calling them and telling them it didn't. You know, man, that ain't how it happened. No, that ain't how it happened.
He never called
He
him.
never
Never
would
answered
answer
phone.
his
That
phone
never
calls.
happened. He didn't answer my call that night. Because I called him that night to tell him to take off running.
Never went back to work with him.
I mean, it's,
Has he talked to you since?
no,
Hell no.
no,
Has he sent messages to you
No.
to other people?
No.
no.
Has he told other people to contact you to see if you would meet face to face? Has he done
Absolutely
any of
not.
that?
Absolutely not.
Nobody.
Has he contacted anyone to meet that's in your family or close to you besides you?
Zero.
Not that I know
Zero.
of it, they do.
Nope. And he was over all the time. He even come to my house with him.
Yeah, my dad.
They were
But it's,
all
I mean,
the
it's,
time together. This happened. He's called and called and
It's-
called to talk to him. He never showed up at his job that he
I,
called his boss.
I know it looks bad, and I know, and I get all that. And I understand where we're at. But it's frustrating. Because I know it really happened to him. If it didn't really happen to him, I wouldn't be sitting right here today.
I wouldn't be pushing this hard. I wouldn't be fighting like this.
Kobe was told, go to work. There ain't nothing they can do to you. If he tries to jump on you, he's going to get fired. There's nothing I could do. I couldn't even lay him off. I couldn't do nothing. Because I called my boss and told my boss what happened. Because I got to be prepared.
You were his supervisor.
I was his supervisor. So if he comes to work Monday, what do we do? He said, I'm going to call you back. And so he calls legal. Legal tells him if he comes to work and Bo does any goddamn thing,
He loses
you
his
fire
job.
Bo immediately, on the spot. All right? You have a layoff, you don't even lay him off. You just leave him there. And he was told that. And he never showed back up. Man,
He just never showed up.
Never turned his
He never
badge
fought.
in.
they wouldn't let me fire. All right, so
He never went back.
Turner, you got a 2-week.
Because it don't matter to us if you fire.
Yeah, but yeah, it matters for them because they don't want to be.
So he don't lose his job
But they-
providing for his family.
There's
He
a
couldn't.
2-week thing that we do. All right, you don't show up for 2 weeks, then the office fire. You get kicked out of payroll, the office fires you. So that was
2 weeks unexcused. like,
2 weeks unexcused,
No sick leave. None
no times charged. So no times charged under your name. The system automatically kicks you out. All right, that's the route that they went. That's the route that legal went. So he could have came to work like the 13th day.
He still
I couldn't
That
do
would've
nothing.
been fine.
And I'm just.
Didn't the
it-
brother stop too?
It baffles me because that just, in my mind, because I know how Kobe is, I know the person Kobe is, that tells me he done it. He can't, the dude was gonna make $100,000. Dude he never made money like that, you know? I know that. And then
You just
Spencer
go
still
back
came to work. Garrett still came to work.
Spencer had to work.
All right?
Those are the people that were there.
Spencer's his brother. Garrett's his cousin. They was there. Garrett came to work. Spencer came to work. Spencer worked for me too. I was Spencer's direct supervisor. I didn't do nothing. We didn't talk about nothing. We didn't give him
What date did this happen?
Did what happen?
October 1st.
Early hours of October 2nd.
So October 2nd, and when and who did Kobe tell, like, I'm gonna take a plea deal?
He told that to
told
Leslie.
When?
I don't know.
Couple
She
weeks
just
later.
told us.
This is how she worded
So a
this.
couple weeks later?
Yeah, she
Hang on.
says, Bo once
At
I-
first,
So,
she,
so let me interrupt you, but you keep, that's the track I want you to stay on. But that night, when Leslie's mama,
Leslie's mama got out of it.
when Leslie's mama, so you were going to the hospital. She's at the hospital. She's gonna get a.
She gonna get a rape kit, a few semen in there.
So he says that night after the first night, he says
Yeah.
it was consensual.
Yes.
That
2 hours
night
later.
on the
Yes.
second.
took 2
I know that.
hours.
I should know. So now 2 weeks later,
All right.
put me there.
She says, couple
The
weeks later.
following week, she filed for divorce.
She says, I'm talking to Kobe, and he comes out. This was before he signs his divorce papers or anything. And he comes out and he tells me, I'm going to take a plea deal. Because she, in her mind, she was still trying to put everything together. All right? She got on me a little bit about staying with Kelsey, and I told her, look, you just need to leave us alone. I'm staying with my wife. He
This
raped
is
her.
before
and
me and her were able to talk.
So she went back and asked some questions to Garrett because I told her what she told Garrett.
Mhm.
And she went back and asked Garrett. Garrett said, yeah, she told me that. And so then she went and talked to Spencer, and she said, the detective told her that everybody wrote that they was flirting. She said, everybody told me when I talked to them afterwards that they wasn't flirting. I don't understand this. She's confused. And she said, no, so that's how that conversation got started. And then she says,
This is why everyone needs to be
but then he
re-interviewed.
tells me, that he's going to take the plea deal. And she says, Kobe, take a plea deal on what? You're not charged with nothing. And he says, well, I'm going to be, probably. And I'm going to just take the plea deal. But that means jail time. I'm not going to do no jail time. My daddy's connections ain't going to let me do any jail time.
So when she told this to Leslie, you saying there's email that Leslie sent a detective saying,
So
hey, you
that's
better
what she
come
told me.
interview me again?
She said that she had put that in an email to the detective.
Okay, but you don't know.
I didn't see the email. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't take Leslie as one to lie.
Well, I mean, that's important.
So-
If I'd like to know that email actually. was
Yeah.
sent.
So
Ask-
Saying what?
I haven't.
Hmm? Okay, I don't know if you have it or not.
No, I'm just saying, that's from Leslie?
yeah. That's
You
her
told
and,
Leslie.
her and Kobe having a conversation about, because I guess at this point they were still trying to figure
I
things
can't
out.
lie to you, I may have seen it, it may be in, this is just Ricky's file, there's
So,
another file.
I'm just curious if Leslie wrote Ree Walensky email saying, hey, this is hot off the press.
Yeah.
Okay, he says he's going to take a plea deal. Well, that would have might have got somebody's attention. Okay,
And why didn't it?
well, we don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know
Did the email really exist? I mean, it's just for,
She sent it
for,
and
so,
they received it.
for so many months.
I called a friend of mine at the Attorney General's office and asked him if they would look at this, because last time you said, I don't trust you. I was like, well, let me see if I can get somebody else other than me to look at it. I don't think they will. I think I'm going to see next week the Attorney General himself,
Okay.
Landry.
Perfect.
So I'm going to, if I get to see him, I will ask him personally, I'm not asking him to charge, I'm not asking him not to
Yeah,
charge.
okay.
I'm just asking for an independent set of eyes to look at this that's unrelated. So they don't take cases that legally they're bound to take that aren't. Is there any like you said, if there's any pimples on them at all,
I ain't gonna take it.
they don't like it. But I would at least like to let them look at it. Just I got no right authorship, but I just don't think he will.
Well,
I
with
gotta
Leslie's new info that she's saying be put in there too now, can she get called in and let
Everyone
her say
needs to be
what
re-interviewed.
she's been telling
Ma'am?
them and just
Everyone
record
needs
it?
to be re-interviewed. Spencer, Kara, Summer,
Yes.
Garrett, Kobe, Leslie.
Why would you say if they were interviewed that night and they were on tape?
Because
Because
everything's
Leslie's even
changing.
saying that
What,
she's
I mean,
saying
the
something
story's
different.
changing now, or is it changed, or was it a lie then, or is it changing now?
It's probably a lie then, and now it's changing. It's coming to light now. Spencer's saying there was no flirting.
That's what's gonna happen, and that's
Maybe
the
Kobe
only-
will crack.
That's the only thing
Scare
I can,
him.
That's the only thing I can think of with the whole civil suit thing. You know, it's what's he gonna say if he gets on the
But I
stand?
don't
That's gonna help
want,
us.
I don't
But
want
you
them,
don't.
I
You
don't want them
want
to
me to-
directly contradict. I can't tell anybody what to say. That's suborning perjury. What I can tell you, let me just tell you what's helpful or what is not. To say you touched him, and now to say he didn't touch him is a direct contradiction. A third grader is going to cross-examine that witness and eat him alive. But you can provide context or say something that he said that's information that we don't have.
Yeah.
Like, he told me that she said stop after I touched her before. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Something extra. But if it's a direct contradiction of what they told me, it's Brady. I got to disclose it, highlight it, underline it, and it's basically
So what
taking
about-
a witness. It could be taking a witness. So if there's a touch, if somebody touched somebody and nothing was said, leave that there. Don't make it worse
Yeah.
by highlighting that bad fact and putting, you know what I'm saying? If there's a mistake, don't highlight the mistake. Go on. But anything they can do to add context or to basically give us additional information.
Additional information would be good. Because here's what's going to happen. If you do another interview with all of them, and those stories conflict, you were lying then or you lying now? I get them on the stand.
I'm done.
You lying then or you lying
Case
now?
might
Because
be
you
done.
remember you said this, and now you're saying this. When were you lying? And you got a jury sitting there like, dude, you really said that in your first interview? Now you're saying this, and then you got a prosecutor, a defense guy saying, when were you lying? Because obviously you're lying. You don't know which one.
The testimony's going to be completely discounted.
And so be careful when you say, do you re-interview somebody? Do you
I
give
would
different
prefer to
stories now?
leave what we have as far as whatever statements are good or bad. Leave them. Don't make them worse by getting people to tell different things than what they have here. Just leave this alone.
That's a new
But
information.
additional,
If they do something like, you know what depositions are? Sooner or later, these people are going to be deposed. They're going to be deposed under oath. And since they're not charged with crimes, they can't take the fifth. So they can be asked questions. And when they ask questions, that's golden. I would rather not have two prior inconsistent statements if they would say something that's new in those
Yeah, you'd
depositions.
rather catch them lying on the stand versus make them answer a question on the stand versus have them write it down.
That's the whole reason we're very limited on grand juries. I don't want people. I mean, a grand jury's not a trial. You know what I mean? Basically, it's a detective telling the grand jury what's in that report.
So,
and does that
she get her trial?
uncontradicted, equal probable
Why
cause
she
for
can't have a
that
right to a
crime?
fair trial?
Nope.
Man,
Why she can't have a right to a fair trial?
well, we got to get there.
How?
We're trying. How can they get a copy of the affidavit?
Y'all subpoena it. Once we subpoena it, that's a wrap.
Come on, give it.
How do they get a copy of the affidavit that y'all
Subpoena
submitted?
it.
Subpoena it. Once we
you got
subpoena
an
it, then the
attorney
case
now.
closed.
You get subpoena.
Does she get everything?
I don't know what I don't know.
You
That's
can-
way out my realm.
Your
of what
lawyer
you-
can get everything in there. What is the
Technically, I don't have to give her anything because if the case is still open. If you want me to close the file and forever put it up, I can give you everything. Usually, I will provide you information. I will give you as much as I can give you.
But if you close the file, then nothing ever.
In other words, the law is different. If a criminal case is open, it's not public records. If a criminal case is closed, it's public records. You understand? So, if the case, I got to
So
declare,
that's why
I
you
want
get a
up.
lawyer and you
I
do
can't.
that when it's open. They just did it.
I
in
can't,
point to me.
One thing I hear today that I didn't know, and me and Ricky don't get the chance to talk every day. If he's willing to ask Jeff Landry to review it, you might want to just take a deep breath and let's see what his review does.
But I don't want
Up
you
to
to
you.
be. I don't want you to
I think
think.
that's gonna.
I know. But how are you going to present it to him? Are you like, this done been to the grand jury twice, 2 X's? affidavit, judge won't
First of
sign
all,
it? Or are we gonna be more serious?
I can get insulted by that, because we are the one that brought it to the grand jury twice. We don't want to give it to a damn district judge. And so what do you suspect me to do? Tell a judge it did not go to a grand jury twice? And just, I'm gonna have to, just the thought of him giving it, after him saying, hey, I'll put out all stops. And let me tell you something, he's not running again. He don't have to do shit.
I know he's
He's not running again. So now he's gonna go to 2 grand juries, a judge, and then I'm gonna take this shot and go into the Attorney General himself, and you sit there. So we don't even get an effort for trying.
No, you're
Not an
just-
effort for
not
trying.
what I'm-
And it could be your frustration, but listen, frustration goes both ways sometimes on these things when you want to help somebody. Because it's here, because you're here, because you asked to be here, and we giving it all out to you. And listen, we can take a lot of this, because we got to have thick skins in our jobs. But when I'm talking about my district attorney even presented to the Attorney General, not one of his cronies, the Attorney General, we get the nonchalant, oh, how are you going to present it to him? Because we don't trust you anyway. We don't trust you anyway, so thank you for doing it, but how are you going to do it? See, and this is a guy who don't give a shit if he's elected because he's not running again. So when you want to bring up politics, let's bring up politics, okay? So I would appreciate it. Well, you know what? I see it a little bit from Bo. I know you may be the victim here, okay? And I appreciate that. That's one reason you're here again. And I love that kind of stuff because that's how you make shit happen. But you got to give a little bit too.
No, she's just frustrated.
No, she can be frustrated, but it can be frustrated on both sides.
I understand.
On both sides. But we the one we keep giving. It's like the Energizer Bunny here. It's keep giving and don't want to stop. And if you can, and that's what you say. Go to Miss Karen Chawla. Karen Chawla, 2 grand juries, a judge. Come see the file. Come on, Karen, come see it. Come on, Chris, come see the file. 2 grand juries, a judge. Nobody believes him. That's not the way you want to go. That's not the way I want to go, but that's the way we will go. So I was very pleased to hear. Now you just heard me say, man, Ricky wants to let the Attorney General take a look at it, and you foo that like a shit.
That's not
No,
how I
she's-
meant it.
Well,
She's
that's how you
just
said it.
aggravated. She's
I just don't want to make
very
out this issue
emotional.
that he'll do
This week,
anything.
No, it's fine.
she's
All
about
I can do
to
is
lose
ask.
it.
Yeah.
Well,
His assistant is a
Really?
friend of mine. One of
No,
his
Trying to be a
assistants.
mother and raise
It's fine.
5 boys. You know, she going through.
But I have to be honest
get it.
with you. I don't. I can't let him. How it's going to be presented is I'm just going to say, look, I got a file. It involves
This is
a
all I was
council.
asking.
It's a councilman's son. The victims are unhappy because of local politics. Would you please take a look at it? I'm going to ship you the file. I have no predisposed.
Thank you. That's all I was
I have
asking.
no predisposed ways
Yeah,
of doing
much
anything.
better-
And he
much
might
better
say,
way to put it.
but I do have to tell. I have to be honest with you. I have to tell him he went to a grand jury.
I'm not saying don't say
If I
it.
don't-
Yeah, they're not saying.
I'm not saying don't
Because
tell
I'm not
them.
going to ever lie like that. I can't do that.
She never asked you to do that.
I'm not
That's
saying
that's
do
what
not
she
tell him.
meant.
No, I'm not
It's not
saying
what she
you
did.
do.
Y'all
I'm
took
being
that the
honest
wrong
with
way.
you.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to tell him everything. I'm going to tell him everything. I just want to like to look at him and say, hey, look at it. What I'd like to do is get
Thank
one
you
of
for
their
doing
top
that.
guys to look at it and say, did y'all think of this? Did y'all think of that? Why don't you let us take a run at it? Or whatever. I got to get them interested in it first. If they're not interested in it,
Thank you.
they gonna go, dude,
Thank
I
you.
got 5,000 files. I don't need 5,001, especially one that smells. But I want to go to him and say, look, a young lady and her family means a lot to him. And it's, whether we like it or not, it's got a political overtone to it because the elected official's son is one of them. It would give her some comfort, her family some comfort if someone else put their eyes on it. He could tell me, go pound sand, or he could say, send it. But there's no reasons for me to recuse. I can't recuse the case to the Attorney General, so it's a favored thing. You know what I mean? There's grounds.
It's all in there, so you're gonna see it regardless of what you say.
It's all in there. Every
That's
fact that's out there, good, bad, and indifference, is going to be exposed to him. But I'd like him to just.
No, I appreciate it. That's all I got.
And he's not going to.
And I'm assuming he's not going to be on some long time frame. You would know fairly quick if he's going to do it or not, right?
Well, I'm just going to ask him personally. I'm going to
Yeah,
look him in the eye and
I know.
say, hey, AG, I need your help. And he'll say, he's probably going to say, well, I'm going to get one of my guys to call you. One of his guys can call you. I'm going to explain it to him. And
Yeah, they take it or they don't.
they either going to look at it or they don't. And they're not going to say they're going to take the case. They just said, we'll look at it.
Yeah.
hopefully they'll look at it.
It's just
Yeah, we send
something.
cases to the feds all the time. You know, because in some cases the feds can get more time on somebody. And in some cases I can get more time on somebody. So if
But
we
at
got a
some,
real,
but at some point where you say, I know you're gonna say, we're gonna take a look at it, but at some point it says, we looked at it, and we're not gonna do anything with it.
well, it's gonna take them. They slow us molasses, but in a few weeks, a month, 2 months, I'm gonna call them back and I'm gonna say, hey,
There you look.
where we at?
That's all we can have.
And they can say, you know. But on the other hand, when did we solve that murder from the Dutch town? 25 years later? 25
Oh,
years
the one
later?
at the Little Pals?
That was a true whodunit. I get it. But they don't ever go away. These cases, prescription periods way out there. If you got caught shoplifting, if it's a felony, we have 4 years. If it's less than a felony, we got 6 months to bring charges. This thing lingers around a long time. I'm not trying to BS you and just say, look, we're gonna take care of it later. I don't know. What I got now is crap. I'm eating this sandwich. I don't have anything else. This is what I got. That's not to say this dude might make a statement to somebody.
This dude might go rape somebody else too.
This dude might make a statement to somebody that, yeah, I raped her. Or it was not consent. He might say something to someone around a campfire or a NASCAR race or something that gets back to you or him or me or you or somebody.
But would that work, or is that hearsay?
Oh
You know
no,
what
if
I'm
he
saying?
makes a statement, that's not hearsay.
Right.
He makes a statement. And
That's
the person
called an
comes in.
admission against interest.
That's
So
what
I'm not-
saying. It's important
So,
for us to
hang
see
on.
if we get
So
the
I'd like
information
to
from
not
Leslie
close
that
the file.
If he says,
Have your lawyer
Take
call
a
me
plea.
and I'll give the lawyer, but if I gotta file, if they file a public records request for the entire, it sounds like I'm hiding something, don't matter. You want it here. But I can't, I either gotta not give it to retain it, or I have to close it and then it's all public record.
Right. Okay. What did Leslie
If he's
say?
looking for something specifically,
But him saying like, I'll take a plea deal, like that's no admission of guilt.
yeah, well,
Leslie gotta come in here.
That's interesting to me. I think
that's
we
it.
got,
That's
yeah, we need to find out if Leslie did send that email
I mean, that's.
to the,
She sent it to you,
It's
all
good,
three of y'all, I believe.
It might not have been typed up enough.
she sent that to me.
It might not.
I
have
don't,
been
I'm
typed
just
up
saying what
enough.
she
I don't
said.
know. That's what she said.
I thought I got one thing from Leslie.
So, I mean,
if I offer him a plea deal, or he offers me a plea deal, that's not discoverable. It's not admissible. It's not an admission of guilt. If he says that to a third person, I have to be honest with you, I don't know if that's admissible or not.
Yeah.
It may be.
So wait,
The
like
law
if him
provides the
saying
way
it
I
to
can
his
negotiate
ex-wife?
with somebody. The law doesn't want to prevent negotiation from a defendant. So the law says, if say I offer you on a armed robbery 30 years, you say I'll take 20. The fact that we're talking back and forth is not admissible in a court of law, because you can't use that as an
But
admission.
that's
of guilt.
because you're
That's
doing
because the
it.
state.
But he's saying it before he's even been
But-
arrested.
But,
Yeah, but he's doing it
from a
before.
third person, I don't know if that restriction would apply.
Right.
I mean, it's good ammo
Well,
if we ever make the trial.
Because this is a wall, you're building with bricks.
You know what too? It's affecting Leslie. She had made a phone call to them last week or a text saying that people are calling her and saying,
That was one. No.
tell your ex-husband to stay away from my friend. Tell your ex-husband to quit effing my friend. Because
Why
he's
would they
hanging
do
with
that?
Fred.
why would they tell her that? Why doesn't man enough to tell
She's
you gotta
bothered
stay
by
away from my
this too.
damn-
It's messing with her life and her raising her child.
I don't know.
She don't want him to go do it to nobody else either.
No.
But I guess y'all have to talk to Leslie and see what she
Well,
has
she
to
was
say.
here. I wish she would have said, "Hey, that's one thing I will pursue." Do we have that information?
Was she aggressive on the fence? Was she
No.
kind of on the fence with this deal? Or?
Well, she
Don't know.
no, she no. She walks. She's not as strong with that email she sent. So I don't want to use the word waffle, but I'm kind of like, okay. But she's not. She's not where that email is on her prosecution and her wanting to see her ex-husband Just
But you can
saying.
tell her I'm not being rude.
but-
I am never going to talk to some. If you email me, I'm not going to. And I've met with you twice, and I know they authorized you to talk to me.
No,
But I don't know what happened the day before where you and them ain't friends anymore when I talk about their case in front of you. So,
That's common sense,
you know,
yeah.
Worried about a kid, she knows she's worried about y'all, she's worried about a child. I don't think she's getting back with Kobe. That ain't, I think, so I'm not, when I say it's different, the tone is not what the tone I read in that email. Okay? But I still want to call her back and say, who did you talk to Vance? Did you send an email? Is that part of the file that, a couple weeks after the incident, right?
Yep.
That's interesting to me. And when it's interesting,
I'm just trying to be honest with you. I don't know what else to do.
I was willing to
But
come
I'm
in here
gonna do what
today
I
and
said
tell
I
you
would
that
do.
this
I
was
told you what I
a
do
wrap.
last
I
time,
don't
and
know
I
what
did.
else to do. I did not know about the AG. Are you doing it? Because I thought this was a wrap, other than your
Well, I mean, I just
lawsuit.
thought of it.
Well, no, we had asked you about going to the AG last.
No,
meeting.
yeah, but
Last
I
time we
didn't, but
met,
I thought that was
thought
almost
about
like
it.
off
Last
the
time we
table.
met, I
The
just
first
thought of it.
one, then you said, let's see how the second
I talked to a
meeting
friend of mine
goes.
at the AG's office and said, you might want to
About
take a look
sending
at it.
it
He
to
said,
the
there ain't
AG,
no way.
and then now here we are.
Okay.
But he ain't elected. AG is.
That's
So I'm
all
going to
I
ask him
asked.
for a favor. I'm not going to ask, but I can't just do that. Who owns Turner? Bert Turner?
Shit, I don't know.
Somebody ask Bert Turner for a favor. They might do it. They might not ask if you ask him.
Yeah. I mean, I understand that.
So I'm going to go to Bert Turner. But I just,
No, that's.
I kind of came up with that.
Okay, well, if you want to go
After
straight
we
to
met
the AG.
last time I called
let's
him,
do
I was
it.
just sitting here thinking, and I was sitting here thinking, I said, damn, I think I'm going to see the AG next week in person. So
All we can do is keep
I'm going to give
on.
him the name, the defendant's name, not yours. Give him the defendant's name and say, could you please have one of your guys just call me to see if they would look at it.
So,
And
Mr. Ricky, just how you showed them that paperwork from the grand jury, y'all can't just show them what it said on the affidavit?
Ma'am, I'm sorry.
Y'all can't just show them what's on that affidavit that y'all presented to the judge?
This is a public record.
The affidavit.
It's not been.
I mean, some detectives have showed their victim before. Look, I know
Why
they
don't
do
you
that.
ask your lawyer to call me?
I know they do that.
I'm gonna give him something. If it gets stuck in there, it gets stuck in there.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
That may be the best legal way to do it.
I'm just trying to cover my ass. I'm not trying to waffle. If I give you something,
I mean,
if I give you something that's not, it's still regarded as
Let
investigative
me tell you something,
file.
you can get so upset about these things, you can read that affidavit, you talk about emotion, then you might get you read the affidavit and say, why the, then you call a judge, you piss off at the judge. Why didn't you prove this damn thing? Because they said it too, what's it doing? What affidavit, what you reading? Right? I'm reading.
Yeah, what you reading? Who gave it to you? You gonna lie to him? Ricky Babin gave it to me.
But they can
But then I'm
show
gonna be-
their victims
Then I'm going to
during the
be in
case.
court
Look, I tried
on
to
a
help you.
contemporary.
Look what I presented. Here you go. Okay, let me see.
It
Okay,
is, it
thank
becomes
you.
public record if he signs it.
They can see that without having.
When they sign them, they're actually filed in the record. That's the first thing that's gonna go into the clerk of court's record. But unsigned affidavits, those are investigatory materials. And you're right,
I'm
that's
not
my
saying
greatest
you-
fear.
Yeah, I'm
If you-
I'm not gonna say your attorney can't get it.
If you
I'm
give
just
it to
saying you're
Kira
not getting
Chawla, Kira Chawla's gonna call, she's gonna put it in whatever she does, or whoever. I don't care about me being in the paper. All I'm saying is that judge is gonna get called out, and that judge gonna know who the hell gave it to him.
yeah.
They
And
just.
I ain't gonna lie, I
they
gotta
would
stand
not
up there and
even- They would
say,
never do that. But they just wanted to see what was on the affidavit.
me.
Or y'all read it to them. I just don't get that part, but it does happen.
I guess the path forward is we talk to Jeff Landry. We keep pursuing a civil side of things. And
Your lawyer likes the case, he's gonna take it, he or she. I don't even wanna know who it is, I don't know the theories, I don't need to know anything. Are we going down that road?
we're going down that road. And all we go for is if he gets on the stand, he says something, and
And hope that the AG takes it and really looks at it.
Y'all depose all these people, they gonna say something, because y'all aren't the police.
yeah.
You want your attorney doing it.
you want to have your attorney call me, y'all got my number.
10-4.
We'll do it.
That sucks.
And then hopefully after,
Yeah,
I
I'll
would
talk
think-
to him.
whenever you see him.
I think I'm gonna see him Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
Monday? I think I'm gonna see him Monday. So when I see him Monday, if he's where I'm thinking he's gonna be.
It's still not said.
All right, that's gonna be a long road, but it is what it is.
If not, I'll
it's
I'll
not.
call
It
him or
is
go.
what it
This is something I gotta talk to him face to face.
I understand.
I'm not gonna ask the Attorney General by telephone to stick his nose in something that he don't wanna stick his nose in. I gotta look him in the eye and say, man, I need help.
That's all I
And
was
if he
asking.
says,
earlier.
it's harder to turn you down.
I don't
When you're looking at him eye to eye.
No, I still cannot get and understand, make me understand why all the PC has been there through 4 people saying it's all there. And one judge says it's not. I don't understand. Y'all been doing this for a long time. I trust y'all. Campaign, voted for you, donated money to your campaign. I want to trust y'all to do the right thing. I'm losing faith, okay? Please tell me why 4 officials, well, the detective, the sheriff, the DA, the ADA keeps telling us, all the PC is there. All the PC is there. Y'all been doing this for a long time, right? You sent to Cody Martin. He's been elected for 2 years now, right? If y'all are so confident that all that PC is there, I don't understand why it couldn't be signed. What does he not know?
You know what, but just.
And the affidavit was the admission
That's
of
what I don't understand.
plea deal.
Why 2 grand juries don't believe you, or don't believe in the case? Well, I'd like to know that too. Why does the lay people doesn't believe in that case? And listen, grand jury indictment.
That was not presented.
And then when you talk to a judge, the third one, you got to
There's a
tell the
legal
judge.
there's a legal
You got to tell the judge
There's a legal
run 2 grand juries.
PC
and he's
for
like,
it.
2 grand juries didn't do it.
Probable cause is simply if you believe the facts you hear and you believe nothing else.
So now you got to believe facts. You just don't have to know that they are facts or facts. So now you got to believe them. But facts are facts. You can't change facts. You know what I'm saying?
But there's good facts, there's bad facts.
Okay. But with all the facts, good and bad, between everyone that was investigated, right?
I honestly thought.
I don't
all I
under-
can tell you is I honestly thought they would find PC. Everybody in my office thought they would find PC.
But y'all already
I knew we
been
would
saying
have
they had
problems on
PC.
the backside, beyond a reasonable doubt, because PC, that much,
Here's your facts.
beyond a reasonable doubt, is from here to Minneapolis. So,
Unreasonable.
my ADA thought we had PC. I thought we had PC. The sheriff thought we had PC. But I've also taken cases to trial. Thought I'd win, I'd lose. I've also taken some to court that I thought I'd lose, that I won. I've had grand juries find true bills when I was begging them not to. I had one. I wasn't begging them not to. I was praying they wouldn't, because there was a case. Let's put it to you this way. There was a kind of in Assumption Parish, there was some facts that somebody committed a drive-by shooting. There was an identification problem. The guy has a twin brother. Couldn't really tell you which one it
And
was.
people
All we
aren't
had was
perfect.
one idea.
They make mistakes.
And basically, this is where, guess what? They indicted. Stuck with it.
Yeah, but you talking about
But here's a fact. The fact that
You have Kobe
you say your
over
facts are the
here.
facts, and you get probable cause. And we said this takes this much to get probable cause. The fact that they had sex, that's a fact, right? The fact that she got up, backed up her kid, and she left, that's a fact. The fact that she got pulled over by the state police. The fact that her blood alcohol content was whatever it was. Those are facts.
Well, we didn't
fact is-
have sex. He's
No,
worded a little bit.
Okay, you could reword it, whatever. That happened, right? So, intercourse, whatever you want to say, that happened. That's proved by the medical. That's a fact. And it was not so easy, not so straightforward. The fact is, was it consensual? That's the one that you're going to say, I say it's not consensual, therefore it should ever and ever always be not consensual. And that could be true if that was the case in every case we ever dealt with when somebody said it was not consensual and it turned out to be the other way around. That's not trying to put you in a group with anybody else. I'm just telling you, you say it's fact, but there's facts that are doubted here. And in front of a grand jury, there was doubt set in there. 2 grand juries, there was doubt. You had the chance to do it in front of a grand jury yourself. You got to tell your story on the second time. Then we send it to a judge, and we have to tell the judge, hey, it's kind of his story, kind of her story. It went in front of 2 grand juries. And he said,
When you left here last time, the first question I asked him when you left, after the 2 grand juries, but before, I said, you believe him? He said, yeah. She's very convincing. I said, me too. Am I lying?
no.
Because of that.
Because she's telling the truth. So you're talking about,
And I
So
understand
that's-
that, and I appreciate it, but it's
So,
like
I mean,
she
it-
said,
it's
we
not
have
about what
these
you-
4 people saying
I just
it's
got-
there.
It's-
I don't,
Just
it's
the
like
same
everyone's won't answer the questions we're asking. I don't understand. I don't
PC
understand.
went nowhere. The PC is based, like you said, there's this fact, there was intercourse.
Well,
There's
what else
illegal
would-
intercourse and there's legal intercourse.
Right, okay.
There's the fact that there was people that didn't hear it. She didn't say anything. There's all these facts. And when they heard these facts, left, right, center, they made up their mind, no.
Would they want 4 kids to hear it?
As most people would say, now, listen, if you want to have these rough conversations, we can, because like I said, when we walked, we said, Ricky, that's compelling. She's compelling. Let's get the let's review the case.
Let's regroup,
And
yeah.
in an hour and a half, like, you're gonna do a PowerPoint presentation, I wanna see everything.
And we argued about each point. We brought up each point, a good piece of evidence, every bad piece of
Yeah, and
evidence.
then we said, okay,
And
let's send it to the judge. Okay, there was no doubt we had to tell the judge it went to 2 grand jury.
And I don't
Tell the
blame
truth.
you. Tell
All right,
the
but
truth.
so we did that.
We're not asking you to lie about anything.
But so when you, but
and you told us that. You
Yeah.
said, I ain't scared of the truth. Tell the truth.
so the judge rejects it. Now, I don't know exactly why. I mean, you'd have to talk to the judge about, maybe he wanted to see more. Listen, I will tell you this. The point is, when we was in there questioning this case, me and Ricky, and we get things that kind of, okay, that's a pretty good point. Look, she looks good. She's telling that story well on camera. I said, so she's not sloppy drunk. Okay.
Because you
Because when
sober
you-
up when someone does that to you, I'm sure. But you
I'm just
kids.
saying,
You also
even the blood,
sober up
even
from
the blood
that.
alcohol
You also
content.
sober up when there's blue lights behind you and you driving.
And
Right.
so, but the other thing and I don't know if this comes out in a trial, I'm assuming it does. You had like 3 drugs in your system.
She's on
Like what?
prescription.
Man, I don't remember what it was, but it was.
Please tell me. Is it
Well,
something?
did they drug her?
Yeah.
Did they drug her?
Yeah.
Why are they just hearing
Okay.
about this?
Yeah, please tell me.
So, I don't know what, but I think it was a.
Even better news.
That's great news.
Yeah, you think so?
If they did that to her,
Who did that?
whoever, we don't
The
know.
only tox report I got, it says alcohol.
She got a prescription after this whole deal to deal with life.
This is the only one I got.
I thought there was something.
I don't know, y'all might have hit something. I don't. Let's dig into that some more.
Yeah, so
Please.
I thought that was
This is, you're the patient. Yeah, I can let you see
a
that.
red flag when it was
I'm
saying
sorry.
something.
I'm just trying to figure out.
Blood alcohol content.
But you're talking about reasonable doubt. When you got Bo Kelsey,
No, I'm talking about PC.
no, I'm talking about what in that you mentioned reasonable doubt, right? Didn't you?
That's the ultimate standard to convict somebody.
And what's that definition? Like reasonable doubt. What do you? Is
Reasonable doubt
believing
says there's no other
someone or
reason
not?
to
Okay, I don't know what I'm
Okay,
looking at.
so you got Kobe over here. You got Bo Kelsey and Leslie and the mama.
So did he drug me?
What's gonna happen? What are they gonna do?
I don't know what I'm
See
looking
the
at.
battle and the difference with that too. You know what I'm saying? Like who's doing what and who's caring? Who's coming to the sheriff's office asking what's going on? Why is nothing happening?
Well, Leslie came see him. That's the only person I've talked
That's
to.
what I said. Leslie and her mother,
You
and then
Leslie and her mother came see him.
do you see their concern? They worry about the daughter too. Harper, being around him. What's going on with
I
this?
see the concern,
and they
but
probably.
I don't think that was the message they delivered. And I wasn't there, I didn't hear it, but
Yeah, they want to know where were we on this case.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
But why do they care if it didn't happen? That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm
A
saying?
lot of care about their daughter.
Right.
Yeah.
It's messing with her life too.
And I think since they're going
It's
through the
really messing with her
rehabilitation,
life.
I think if that's going to show you just your blood alcohol content.
that's just your BAC.
That's BAC. Postmortem. These are the
There might be
vials. These are the
something-
vials that they used. What arm they took. Ethanol. But this is with alcohol. Amphetamines.
No, that's the standard. That's the traceable amount. That's not the amount.
I know, I'm trying to read what that
I
means.
apologize. I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, I'm trying to read what I'm reading.
That's one thing your lawyers can't get right away. Anything that's medical. That's your records.
He was barely over the legal limit. Legal limit's 0.08, correct?
Okay, so this is just.
0.095. I mean, I get
I
it.
was throwing up.
He was throwing up. Adrenaline gets it. Adrenaline gets out of me. I used to jump in the pool. Get out in the pool, get back sober, go somewhere.
I used to be that too old to be jumping in the pool.
Yeah, but these are just giving examples, but it doesn't show hers of that. Ethanol.
Alcohol.
These are the scheduled 2s and 3s here. So they're saying
That's the only one I got.
That's all I got.
take a picture of it. It's your shit.
What you have, 0.10 or what?
0.09.
0.095.
0.095.
A lot plays into that.
Huh?
I like it playing into that.
Great. Because he was bringing me around.
Adrenaline.
Tell your lawyer I can probably get him all the medical records right away.
Moves like that. So those are-
They didn't even care about like I don't know.
But I'm
You do that for me, for us, the AG. I appreciate it.
A lot. Thank you.
I'm gonna keep going with the civil suit, and we'll see if something comes out of it. I mean,
Continue to pursue. I would advise you to continue to
the
pursue.
dude, he get on standing with crawfish. I already know. So maybe we can get something out of it. Maybe we can.
yeah, but they're gonna start talking again. Once that thing hits the press, they're gonna start talking. They're gonna start talking, and when it's kind of like doing gang prosecutions. When they pinch one gang member, they all start talking, and that's when we break things open. So yes, that's
Keep your
a
mouth-
good thing.
Keep your mouth shut and let them talk.
Keep your mouth shut up, talk, just hear. But there was no other conversations with Leslie. If I ask you this, I apologize. I'm 58, losing my mind. There was no other conversations about facts with Leslie and you, other than what you sent me.
I don't remember all of it. I have our conversation recorded. It was.
You know what I'm interested in facts, not politics, not.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Leslie's telling her the
Did
truth of
he
what
tell her
she
I raped that
heard.
girl?
It was
Or
a-
not rape.
Him say so.
26-minute, 49-second conversation.
Someone's telling you firsthand incidents with your ex-husband.
Email it to her.
A serious case.
You got my email? You sent me the email?
No,
I'm sorry. I didn't
the
mean to
only thing
interrupt
you're telling me
you.
is that the one about, he said he's gonna take a plea deal.
Yeah.
Hey, so we know about that one, right? So
Yeah, I
that's
know
one-
about that one.
That's one we can follow up on. But
I
I'm
know
just saying,
about that one.
is there anything else?
Did you ever listen? Do you remember anything else in there?
I don't remember
that,
my
any
phone
other
so far.
That was the only thing that
the trigger that
she
were
mentioned about.
I got you. a chance
Yeah,
about
that-
Dude, he is gonna tell somebody.
Oh, ain't no doubt about this.
He is gonna say something to somebody. This is not a hardened criminal who's been through the system 1,000 times that you'll never ever see him say a word to anybody. He's gonna tell somebody. He's gonna get drunk and talk.
Didn't you say that
Sooner or later, he might say something that we can use.
with Garrett and what Leslie
Yeah,
told
but-
Miss Kim and
How are you going to trust that whoever he tells you to come forward? You know what I'm saying? Hopefully. Hopefully.
Well, it's kind of like that with any witness that we
Well,
have.
right. So
That's-
we can wish
I
and
hear
hope
you.
for that, but
I can't assure my rape victim comes forward. I can't.
a lot of them don't even come forward and
Because-
a lot of
nothing.
them, a lot of them
I
we
learned
have
something
billed-
last night.
A lot of them we have.
They don't even come forward from a whole
A
different
lot of them don't
situation.
come forward after they've been arrested and being prosecuted. They won't show up in court.
I know.
I ain't coming. What do you mean not coming? You're on a subpoena. Well, I'm not coming. So what do? Arrest my victim or get rid of the case? That's the shit the media don't put up there. Evil district attorney dismisses rape case after 2 years of being prosecuted. So what do? Get on the TV and say, she didn't show up. She don't give a shit. Why should I?
Yeah.
Or do I just quietly dismiss it and take my hits?
What's your job, I guess?
So that's just
Yeah,
what that
part of
means.
it,
So
yeah.
there's no assurances I get any cooperation from anybody. But at least I got something to ask about. Because I can subpoena them to court. Say they didn't say that, and that's fine. Then I got another witness that says you did.
Like the path
And it
forward.
gets all twisted, and like I
You know what the
said,
path
once we
forward
get
is?
so many inconsistent statements from people,
Path forward
It's
is
all
on your
worthless.
civil, continue to explore it. Path forward is gonna be with.
But I'm just asking-
the AG,
Yep. The
Just
AG's
asking-
office.
and my path forward is gonna find out more
get a
about
little
this.
help from what you know.
What we have in the file
I
on,
think it's all there, but
if she said the plea deal
Yeah, she sent the emails.
and anything else.
But you're correct.
That's 3 things we can do.
what's that?
I read this file. I thought we had PC. He read it, thought we had PC. My assistant district attorney thought we had PC. That thing just went to
Yeah,
grand jury.
yeah,
Don't like it.
Right, and then there's a judge that's
I ain't-
way
I don't like
younger
it.
than y'all, not as experienced as y'all. I just don't understand.
But we
how
don't get to pick what
he's-
judge we bring it to.
But-
It's
and
brought
that's-
to a duty judge.
Right, and I
That's a
understand
big
that.
no-no
Yeah.
too.
I
don't get to
understand
pick.
that, but it
But
just
he don't, it's not like he's,
he's been a lawyer, then he become a judge for 2 years.
One day and he's a judge. the
No,
next.
absolutely
He's
not.
been an attorney for a
I
long
know
time,
that.
so- I
But
know,
it's
so
just
not
it's
like
just
he's-
kind of like, wait, what? Like you got these 4 people that's been doing this for a long, long time, and they keep telling us PC it's there, it's there, it's there. You bring it to a new term judge that's years younger, not as
You bring it to
experienced.
the grand jury first,
Sir?
twice. You bring it to the grand jury
Okay,
first
but-
twice.
And like
I
I told you,
understand
remember,
that.
we don't get to pick.
And I understand that.
I don't get to.
I know that. But I'm floored by
Could they wait?
what was in it then? Or why didn't he sign it or she sign it? Why can't they look at it? Because they usually can. That's why I don't understand. So what was on the affidavit presented to the judge after for how many months? October, November, December,
7, 8.
7, 8 months. Thank y'all for helping keeping on fighting. Because y'all kept saying there's PC we're gonna push, there's PC we're gonna push, there's PC we're gonna push. And now there's nothing. PC means nothing. I'm just totally I'm confused. Like I don't get it. Make me get it. I don't get it.
Almost
I
9.
don't get it.
Yeah, listen.
Had I not believed there was PC, I would have brought it to a grand jury.
I know y'all have told
I
us
would
that.
have.
They gotta
I would-
believe
I
it
would-
too.
I
The
would.
grand jury
I would.
gotta believe it.
I could be disbarred
Right, and I just don't
if I
think
didn't. If
everything
I didn't
was
think it was there. I
presented
brought it.
either.
Listen, I tell you, look, only I can tell you this, and we're the ones who have sat and say, hit us with your best shot, okay? All the females that I've had conversation with about this thing, and try to, and I lay it out like this, it's come like this. Wait a minute. I'm never going to be the one to judge how somebody's supposed to react, so don't take this the wrong way. Nobody believes that. Wait a minute. If you have a knife to my throat and you're a stranger, I'm not saying shit. If you got a gun to my head, I'm not saying shit. Like in the house of one of my best friends, and he's sitting on a couch with me, and then so say something happened, and you don't say, and you don't want this to happen, and it's like a best friend. It's like, and you don't say, get the fuck off of me, you stupid son of a bitch, you drunk bastard.
She has kids.
I'm just telling you,
right there.
I don't care if the children are not.
Well, they must
I'm just
not know
telling
the
you,
whole story
everybody
then.
I talked to said, baby, I'm not trying to do, but I'm telling you almost to the person. And then you can guarantee that's what both grand juries thought.
And everyone that we
A
talked to
stranger in the
says
night
opposite.
with a gun to your
They
head,
said what?
yes.
Opposite.
I pray that no one's wife, daughter, family member at all ever has to go through what
Oh,
I
I
went through.
know, you're right.
What if What if it was your wife or your daughter?
Listen, the point is, and why you think that these things could go, and you think that you're going to get an indictment.
No, but some things are said that shouldn't be said, and it makes no sense, and it's not the
Why
point.
didn't they believe you?
If I said something,
Why didn't they believe
It
you?
just not making
You the
sense.
victim.
all I can tell you is what I think. I can tell you if I go to trial, I think I'm gonna win.
But like the sheriff, you just said that to her. That's a slap in the face to her. But I'm just saying, everyone else we talk to and explain, they say,
No, I'm saying-
I know, but they say,
I'm saying,
why
no,
didn't
you
she
didn't.
beat the fuck out of him? Why she didn't go tell Leslie? Why?
Yeah.
Because she was half-assed drunk.
Well, you heard me. You
half-assed
heard me just
sleeping.
say I'm not going to be one to judge anybody's
Right, no, I
reaction,
understand.
right?
There's 3 children right here. One right there in the room. She's scared to fucking death. She wants her husband. No one's trained to deal with a rape. I'm a feisty person. If
Stop,
someone
drop,
tried to do
and
that, I'd
roll.
probably beat the shit out of them. That's what I say. Because I would. But if it ever happened to me in that state, what?
That's
My
like,
kids right here, my kid ain't gonna watch that happen to me.
that's like when I go to Walmart.
That's being a protective person to your child.
Like if I go to the store and I have my kids
Oh,
with
she
me,
didn't say no, she didn't holler. You didn't go tell your best friend.
if I always think, okay, you got crazy people in this world. If someone tries kidnapping one of my kids, I'm gonna do X, Y, Z. Truth is, you don't know what the hell you're gonna do until you're in that situation. Everyone can say, oh, if someone's raping me, I'm gonna hit them, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna scream.
That's the
Like,
first thing I asked her.
you don't. I froze. Like my body literally went into shock. My 3 kids are right there. I have another kid in the bedroom. What was I supposed to do?
Listen, I'm not going to tell you what you're supposed to do, okay? But I'm just pointing out a fact of when I discuss. And all y'all, some of y'all. had
And
the same
also, the jury said, the first grand jury, the detective said because she didn't say no. That's what
That's
they
what he
told
told him.
them after the first grand jury. Well, how the hell was she gonna say no? When he was already on top of her.
And I
You
did
gonna wake up her kids?
move. I
That's
tried
what they were
moving
told.
away.
The truth, no true deal because she didn't say no. That's what they were told after the first grand jury. You don't have to say no. When you're passed out sleeping, they're not supposed to get on top of you and do that.
thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me continue to play devil's advocate. The second grand jury, when you get to tell your own story, pretty cool. You get to tell your own story to 9, 10, 11 people, whoever's there. And certainly you think, okay, they will sympathize with me. I am the victim telling my story about a rape, and they come back with. But listen, I don't understand it either. I'm like, you flabbergasted because you didn't get a indictment. We're actually like, how do you not get an indictment on that?
Everything wasn't presented. I didn't even say everything. I didn't know what I was walking into. I froze. I forgot things. I was not briefed before. I had no.
What is the statute of third degree rape state? There's 3 or 4 things on there. She didn't have to say a word. She never said yes. She never said yes. How is that not third degree rape? Have you looked at the statute? Of all the immobility impaired, she don't have to say yes either.
I haven't brought up.
Yeah, I'm not.
There's
I
some,
don't know it's not
You're bringing up points yet. You're like, okay, why and how? How you don't get an indictment?
Why?
And then look, you take another chance.
I don't want to say anything bad, but there's other facts to that too. There was flirting
Like what?
back and forth
No, there
by
wasn't.
someone. I know. I'm not saying you did. I'm not.
They saying you
Oh,
did.
but
They
you
gotta-
can
I'm not
believe what they say.
trying.
Can't believe what she says.
Yeah.
That's what I don't get either.
No, I'm not. I didn't believe. I didn't believe or unbelieve any of them. I just.
But that's what was used at the second grand jury. But they said they were flirting. So you don't believe what they say? But what she says? I don't get it. Hearsay. Reasonable
now-
doubt. You got 3 on
No,
one
you're
side,
fine.
reasonable doubt,
And
3
now-
on one side, and you
and
got
this
Kobe
is
over
the
here not
thing.
doing a damn
Come
thing.
down
He's
on
probably
you.
going to do it
And
again.
now Spencer, his own brother, saying there was no flirting because there was none.
None by you.
None by me. He grabbed me those few times. I hit his hand away. They
And you
seen
went
that.
and you went and told
Garrett.
Garrett.
We got some witness statements that says those are I would certainly mention that to the AG, see if maybe he would re-interview him. I would like to I gotta walk a fine line. I don't want to give him too much information. I would just like to tell him as a favor, I'd like an independent, somebody who's not from here. He's from Lafayette, okay? He don't know nobody. It's one of your people just
Same Martin Parish.
St. Martin. I just,
All right, so let us go
you
there.
add it
I mean,
to your notes?
you're gonna be frustrated
Tell
up to that point anyway.
I just
So
don't
let's
want you to
just-
forget
let's see where this goes.
you're telling us that you're going to ask him, and you're not writing down. I know you have a lot to do. I just don't want you to forget to ask him what you're telling us.
You gonna ask?
I think
I won't forget about this case, Darren, between now and Monday.
Thank you.
I won't have this with me anyway. I'll remember. I don't have much to talk to him about. The last couple I sent him, he told me to go pound sand. But they weren't good cases.
And you probably didn't ask him directly.
No, I didn't. I just talked to his people. He's hard to reach. But I'm going to see him. If he's there, if he's not, I will either call him or go see him. I will eventually get in touch with him. I will.
And you're saying again, Sheriff, you would talk
Believe
to
me,
Leslie?
I want this.
So y'all gonna ask Leslie to come back in and talk to her?
I'm gonna.
Based on what
Yeah.
We'll probably call her
He
when we leave here
said,
and I'll tell her.
what she said about him taking the plea down.
Yes.
You gonna
I
ask
wanna
her
find
about
out.
that?
Yeah. And I'll see if she wants to come in and make that statement. If we don't have it, she might say, "Well, damn it, it's in an email I already sent y'all," or she said, "No, I didn't." do
Nobody looked into that too much.
it." I didn't look.
I'm not even
She
sure we
didn't
can
say
use
that to me.
that like that. Yeah.
I got one email from Leslie. One.
I got that big long one I didn't respond to.
Okay, well, you got the big long one with that in there probably.
Well, the way you're
Her saying
telling me
that.
that after 2 weeks after this, she's 2 weeks after the rape. He said that to her, and then she immediately called one of our detectives.
Email one of the.
Or email one of the detectives. I ain't talking about the long email she sent me just a few days ago. After I was like, I'm talking about at the time this
After
happened.
our meeting, you must have talked to her because she called. She sent an email a couple days after. Probably the next
She
day.
called him
Met on a Friday.
on
We met on a Friday, I think so.
Called that Friday.
June 2nd. That's when we talked.
And then she sent an email to me and
Yes.
Ricky.
She sent me an email that I
It's me too, same
didn't
one.
respond to.
All we can do is ask you to take it to the AG's office, and I'll keep
I
pursuing my.
don't think I answered your question, but I
What
don't
was
really
that?
know. I don't think I answered your question, but I really don't know how.
Which one? What did I ask?
All I can tell you is what I think. I wouldn't have brought the grand jury if I didn't think there was enough to indict him.
I know, and y'all said that numerous times, but y'all are professionals. You've been doing this for a long time. The PC's there, the PC's there, the PC's there, the PC's there. 4 PC's there. Craig Beeman, the PC's there. We're waiting for the sheriff and the DA to make a decision. Where'd the PC go? Where
PC
did it
wasn't gone.
go?
Everything I had from day one. I
Okay,
had
so
on
you
day
put that in the affidavit and give it to the judge. If 5 people said that, why ain't they on that paper on the affidavit? It don't just go away. I know how this works. It doesn't just go away. It doesn't go away. I'm to go. I'm done. I'm just losing trust and hope. I didn't have to be in this, but it's so wrong. And I can't read it. Animal justice is wrong.
Okay, listen, we see the frustration.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
All right, like I said, we got 3 things to do.
We know our path forward. To get there, all we can hope is he say something. He's gonna tell somebody. I know that.
He's gonna tell somebody.
Just hope it comes back.
And I got a good feeling that the if Ricky acted, the AG, he's gonna say yes. Now, where it goes after that, I just got a feeling he'll say yes. Ricky may not believe it, but I think the AG will say yes. And he'd have an attorney take a look at it, working with our detectives again, and let's see where it goes.
I would like to just get him to focus on it for a minute. Just stop what you're doing and read it. Just read the police report. That's all I ask you to do. Just read it and see if y'all would at least take a look at it, and then
Oh, this is you talking to you.
yeah,
Yeah, the AG, yeah.
and then
That's all I got.
didn't say, look, not closing it.
You ready? Let's move.
We've done them way down the road. I'm not making excuses. I'm just telling you. Especially as time goes on, he thinks he got away with it. The more he thinks he got away with it, the more he's going to talk about it. Guarantee you, around a campfire, a deer camp, fishing boat, something. He's gonna say something. We'll see it.
All right, and we'll stay in touch. Tell Tara, just look, the emotions get high, no doubt, ma'am. But it's a shitty situation, yeah. And we ain't ready to shut it down. No, no, you're not either. And you
Every lawyer contact me, so I can start getting some information, what I can right away.
Yes, sir.
Y'all got it? You know?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you
I
got
got
it.
it. Thank you.
If you hit that door over there, you're too far.